Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. On our show today, we get you picks from college basketball today. And, of course, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you give us a like or a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you can catch us up here on our live shows. Growing in numbers. We're very happy with our contributions here from our cappers, as well as you folks in the chat. You can always interact with us there. But first thing, do give us that like, that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build up our audience. So what we're going to do here is we're going to meet the cappers and get right to the picks, as we don't mess around here on the Tony Picks Morning Show, especially with that late Steam feature. We've got to find more winners for you guys there for our premiums. So let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. Good day for Team USA. They've punched their ticket to the finals of the Four Nation there. McClung with the slam dunk contest winner again. I mean, that's his third straight there. And definitely some good basketball games. Congrats to Auburn going into Alabama and definitely hitting more threes than Alabama did. I think that was the big difference in that game. Was huge. That Auburn just kept hitting that threes. Alabama was ice cold, and that happens with Alabama. Plenty of times they go ice cold from three. They started the game 1 for 10 from behind the arc, and that won't do it. Auburn scored way more threes in that one. They should have just hit it to the rim a lot more than what they should have. It was too late in the second half. Good game though. Definitely some great games of college basketball. And there's some more great games today, so let's get to it. Let's find some more.
Let's get to it. Let's go to Sean. Sean, what's happening? Another good day.
Not much, those. Yeah. Listen, Saturday, I was like, oh, Saturday. Listen, Saturdays are tough mornings. I told you. It's like, first of all, I got breakfast with the fam. But when there's that many games, I can't. It's even starting on Thursday into Friday doing it. And I think I went 7-2. Winning day, but I still go over the games. It's not like it's – you got to go through them all, but listen, I'll take a winning day, move on to today. Let's go. Hockey, no idea what's going on. All-Star game, forget about it. Basketball, college hoops, I'm ready to go.
There you go, indeed. Let's say Al Ninos. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good here, coming off a pretty good day yesterday. Took it pretty easy on the big card. I thought I was going to get there with more plays, but I don't know. Didn't quite get there with other ones, so... as Rod was mentioning the three-peat there by McClung. I had just seen a post that the Lakers were the last team to three-peat back in 2002. I guess that title now goes to McClung, so congratulations to him. I don't know how people feel about that. I haven't been following the drama on the dunk contest as much as the Super Bowl. I know a lot of people were rooting against the three-peat there, so I don't know how they feel about McClung's three-peat, but I'll go ahead and congratulate him either way, and we'll see what happens next year if anyone can get it from him. He looks like he has it locked up for a while, though.
No, I think I think that's it for him. I think they're going to create a minimum minutes in the NBA to make it legit. You got to play X amount of minutes to be eligible. This is just a joke. Having some G League guy come up just to get on a roster, but we'll see how it rolls. They have a G League All-Star game and slam dunk contest. That's where it belongs in my book. Sorry, we do. All right, I come up 3-1 day yesterday. Run by my best bet, Michigan State. There really handed it there to Illinois, so happy with that one. Just missed with the over. I would miss with the over on Minnesota. USC. We'll take the 3-1 and build from there. So let's get on to the college basketball card today. We'll do it in 2 blocks today. As you can see, we have very few games in a late night slot. So we're going to include in this first block here, include the games starting at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and we will go all the way until the games beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So the games, the nooners, all the way and including the 2 p.m. Easterns here in our first of 2 blocks. So let's nooners to 2 Eastern, including there. Start with Rod.
And the first one I'll start with is give me Iona plus the 7 heading into Quinnipiac. I think it's just too many points for Quinnipiac to be laying there in that matchup. So give me the road dog there with Iona plus the points. And this one's come down. I like the Jackrabbits heading into South Dakota, taking on the Coyotes. Jackrabbit could definitely outrun a Coyote there in that matchup. I think the Jackrabbits are just the better team there in that matchup. I got them by 8 or more, so only having to lay 5.5 with them on the road, I will. Give me San Diego State minus points there in that matchup. And then a couple big games in the slate. You're looking at Bradley heading into Drake. This should be a good one. I'll take Bradley plus the 6.5 they're giving you there in that matchup. Drake's been rolling. but so is Bradley. This should be a good matchup that comes right down to the wire. I'll take those 6.5 points with Bradley. And then the last one, give me the over, Michigan and Ohio State. I think this turns into a track meet where both teams can score plenty of points. I believe it opened 149.5. It's moved up. It's up to 151. Now, in most places, take the over, Michigan and Ohio State.
Very good there from Rod. All right, next up, we move on right over to Sean.
All right, so we're going to what, up to 2 o'clock, you said here?
Yeah, include the 2 o'clock, yeah.
All right. I'm going to look at – I got a couple of these games up already on the site here, but give me some Canisius here. We're going to get 8. I even see 8.5 here at DK here. You want to take Canisius plus 8.5 against Mount St. Mary's? I can say okay to that puppy. And I wish I got a little more here with Ryder. I mean, we might have to come back with Ryder here in this early set here. It gets 4.5. And then the last one in this box, Youngstown, I'm trying to figure out why we're getting it's down here now to 3.5. It just keeps dropping. And I had it pegged a little higher. All the power ratings had it pegged a little higher, and it's this short. So now I'm confused if I do Cleveland, do we take it because it's a shorter number, like a 2 points off? Last time I did this, it ended up being a loser. I'm like, wow, there should be 3 to pick them, and I went with the home team as a fade. They end up losing outright. So I see this one, and I'm thinking, okay, it should be 6. Now it's a 3. I should come back with the home team, but why do I think Youngstown? Give me the Penguins again. I'll take them.
There from Sean, we move on over to Al.
Yeah, I had a couple of these early games in my video if you want to go check that out. The ones I did not touch on. I think you disagree with this one, Tony, but I got a small lean on Wichita State here. They did lose the last meeting by 8, 61-53 at Memphis. And they could be without Justin Hill in this one, but he only went 3 of 11, including 0 for 5 from deep in the last meeting. So, again, if he does play, I think he does a little better than that. And I think they keep it competitive at home here. So I'll take the points with Wichita State. Don't like laying this many points. Usually it's tough for me to get past laying 2 possessions, but I'll lay with Mount St. Mary's here. Canisius just been awful, 2-22 on the season, just 1-9 at home. And the Mountaineers lost the last meeting 77-61, but that was last season. So I think it's going to be a different story this year, and they definitely get some payback in a big way here. And the one I probably like the most in this bunch is Manhattan. Head to Fairfield. They did lose the last meeting 87-84 at home, but I still think they're the better team here and should get their payback as long as they take care of the ball. It's been the turnovers that have been a big problem for them. So as long as they're a little more careful there, I expect them to get their payback.
There from El Nino, say what I think about this game. Yeah, I'm button heads with El Nino on that Memphis game. I'm looking at Memphis here. Just a really good shooting team. You get them off their home court. 48%, holding teams to 42%. Tops in offensive efficiency in their conference. Wichita State has not been a very good shooting team in the conference. And in fact, they turned the ball over as well. And again, a team that gives up 37% from 3. And they failed to cover 7 of 10 at home. This Shockers team. What's happened to the Shockers? We'll take Memphis in that one. Also, what else I got in this one, in this block? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Michigan here plus the points. Wolverines in really good defensive form right now. And they also they can shoot away from home. This Ohio State team, not a very good shooting team in conference play, and they turn the ball over. I'll look at them in that spot. And we are included to 2 Eastern, so I'm not gonna buck heads with Drake, man. This Drake team is just getting things done. I know Bradley has some really good offensive numbers, but they're not a very good they're not a very good rebounding team in the Missouri Valley, and they don't put ball pressure. They don't force turnovers. You don't force turnovers against Drake. I think Drake is going to be able to have their way. I'm going to stick with the team that's number 1 in offensive and defensive efficiency in the Missouri Valley. So I'll look at that Drake in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Dix Morning Show as we'll close out college hoops with the games beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern time, all the way to the last game on the board tonight at 8 Eastern, a couple of games at 8 Eastern time. So in this block, we're doing 3 Eastern over to 8 Eastern. We start with Rod.
Yeah, looking at the late night slate of college basketball. Well, late night for a Sunday, I guess you can say it. I don't trust Rutgers here on the road. Rutgers plays good at home, not here on the road. Tough place to go. And now you're coming back to the West Coast again. Some of these schedules for these teams that have to go from east to west that have changed this season, definitely tough. And I think this is one of those really tough coming back to the West Coast for this Rutgers team. And I think it shows. I got Oregon by 10 plus there in that matchup. And then give me the over Iowa and Maryland. We know Iowa's defense isn't the greatest, and their offense can definitely score some points as well. So I think that turns into a track meet. Give me the over 159 in that matchup. And then one more I'm looking at here is give me Utah State heading into New Mexico. We know what Utah State can do defensively. That should be a pretty good matchup, and you're going to give me 5.5. I'll take it. Give me Utah State facing the Lobos in that one. And then you just continue to fade Green Bay. Is it just an auto? You see Green Bay playing, and you're like, Green Bay's playing. Oh, just put Red State in that one. Lay the 9.5. It's up to 9.5 most of the time now in Green Bay games, but they still can't do anything. So you just got to not get off that train there.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Sean. You're on mute there, Sean.
I'm going to tell you to take Green Bay here. You're going to give me 9.5 with the ugly team. I'll take them. It's a big number. It's not like, they've covered a few of these. You look back at some of their bigger spreads. So I would lean on that one. Again, didn't bet it, but, it's got the dash next to it. I thought about it. Northwestern, actually, I have this on the site, so you can get that as a play here. It was 3. It was 2. I see 1s now. Northwestern here at home. I like the Northern Iowa Murray State over 133.5. We can go that route. And, I was looking at this Evansville-Valpo game. I'm like, all right, you want to give me 3 with Valpo? They're 2 garbage teams, and, Valpo's got like 2 wins on a row. But now it's down to like a 1 even to pick them. So I thought a pass on that game. So let's go Green Bay, Northwestern, and the over Northern Iowa in the late action.
Yeah, from Sean on over to Al.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to force a play on that Evansville game. It's a tough one for me to call, too. I thought we were going to go the later slate by itself, so not many options there. So I'll leave it alone, too, since we got more to choose from here. I'll go ahead and lay with UIC. They won the last meeting 80-63 on the road. They're at home this time against a team that's just 1-9 on the road, so I'll go ahead and lay those points with UIC to win big there at home. Leaning Creighton here. Should be a tough matchup. They did win the last meeting on New Year's Eve by 1, and they're on the road this time, though, against the team St. John's 15-0 at home. So it won't be easy, but I think they can keep it competitive. So I'll lean Creighton there. I'll go ahead and take all the points with Detroit. Big ugly dog there, again, 13.5. Yeah, they just got blown out. I mean, it's not pretty, but I'm leaning with all those points. I can't lay that many points with Oakland. I'll go ahead and take the 2 touchdowns there. I'll go Northern Iowa money line. Heading to Murray State. They just beat Indiana State 88-73. The Panthers did lose the last meeting by 3 at home, but I still think, again, they're the better team here on both sides of the ball. Bigger edge on offense. They've been shooting the ball really well, and I think they get their payback here. So I'll take Northern Iowa on the money line.
There from El Nino, say what I think about some of these games here. This is probably going to be my newsletter pick. This could have been a premium. I like Nebraska Northwestern over the total here. These are 2 teams in very bad defensive form. I mean, Nebraska 14th in defensive efficiency, and you look at Northwestern over their past 5 games, giving up 50% shooting. Northwestern has gone over in 13 of 14 against the Big Ten, and Nebraska is also trending the over in conference play. So I'll go over in that one. I'm gonna go against the Johnnies at home. I know it's tough, but I'll take Creighton plus the points. They're too good of a shooting team and too good of a team in the paint to be laying it over 2 possessions here against them. So I'll look at the Blue Jays plus the points there. And I know it's going to be dangerous to go against home favorites in Mountain West, but I'll take Utah State plus the points here because they've been competitive against on the road here. This is one team I don't see getting blown out because based on their form away from home, hitting 48% overall, 42% from three. I know Lobo is a good defensive team, but giving me almost 2 possessions here against New Mexico. I'll look at them in that spot. Yeah, I know it's hard to take Rutgers in that spot. I'll look at Oregon as well. Yeah, I was going back and forth with this Louisville Notre Dame game. I know someone in the chat was mentioning that looked like a fishy line, and the more I think about it, Notre Dame, if you look at their home games, Notre Dame's been very competitive in home games. They have not been blown out. So I may reverse the course there on that one. I know I gave it in the free pick video, but I don't feel confident about Louisville laying the points there. Even though Louisville has covered 10 of their past 12, they've covered 10 of 12 away from home in a great shooting form. But I think the one thing that didn't make it a premium, and probably gives it my least favorite play, is the fact that Notre Dame has been very much the competitive team at home. So that's probably a verse of there, no doubt. Agreeing there with that as well. I think I've turned full circle on that one. Hey, we have a right to do that, right? It's been 12 hours since I gave the pick and shot the video, and that's the one I really have second thoughts over. No doubt about that one. All right. Yeah, but look at their home mark, though. Look at them at home, though. That's something. You got to look at the home road splits. They have been pretty competitive there in that home spot. All right, we got you. We got you through here. The college hoops card. No, but now it's time for our parlay peripheral segment where our cappers can give out parlay. They give out team player props or game in the future. We also have some peripheral plays out there. We got stuff going on in the nation's tournament in hockey. We also have we're getting close to baseball, so we can also get in some player props. But up to the cappers. This is the cappers segment right here, so we'll start with Rod.
Yeah, I got a 3-team parlay for you tomorrow for this one. The Four Nations takes a break today. It'll be back tomorrow, so I'll have it on the morning show for you tomorrow there. For me, gonna go take Iowa and Maryland over 159.5. Take USF and UAB over the 157.5, and lay the 7.5 with the Oregon Ducks as they win by 10+ over Rutgers. Little 3-teamer for you.
3-teamer there from Rod. We move on over to Sean.
All right, we're gonna go 2 games, straight plays. We're not parlaying these guys. 43 and 23 at the end of the show picks here for me. 65%, not too bad. And that's, again, college basketball. You see it on the site, having a good run. Let's go. Northwestern, I said this was a premium. You get it here as well. Pick them, one, whatever it is. Obviously, I think they're going to win at this number here, right? So I'm not looking to get a push. And I'm going to go with Northern Iowa. It almost made my card today, over 133.5. So there's that. And again, just because I mentioned the Louisville ND game in the chat there, it doesn't mean I'm going to bet it. It wasn't even – I didn't even talk about it as randomly through the thing. I'm just saying – if it looks too good to be true, and you're like, oh, it's so short. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see how often that works out for you. So stay away. It's dog or stay away in that one if you think it's too good.
Yep. Question there. All right, move on over to Al.
Go Manhattan, UIC, and Northern Iowa.
They're from Alameda, so I give you what I think here. I'm going to be a 2-teamer. I like the over with Nebraska and Northwestern. Also, looking there with Creighton plus the points there, getting over 6.5, 2 possessions there in that one. All right, we got you through the parlay pro segment. Now it's time to see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading to a college hoop card. NBA coming back here on Wednesday as that we have the wildfire makeup game between the Hornets and the Lakers. So a lot of college hoops now, and as well. So we'll see what Rod has for sale over at Tony's Picks. I'm come off a hockey winner yesterday and move up to 11.48. Rod, what you got for sale over the site?
And over the site today, looking to bounce back from my 10-star college basketball slam dunk. Nothing like losing by the hook. Texas A&M at 8.5 in that one, and they lost by the hook late there. So looking for a bounce back there. It's sold separately, or it's included in my Super Sunday slam dunks. I've got 5 plays in college basketball I love today. So scoop those up. Let's have a big win in Dave there. Four Nations doesn't return back till tomorrow, so jump aboard something long term. That'll get you everything I can go into today, and then moving forward for the rest of the week. We still got lots. NBA is back on Wednesday, I believe. So and then the NHL's back next Saturday. So definitely we got some four nations going forward, college basketball, and then NBA is back this week as well. So definitely jump aboard something long term, and let's continue to get some winners for you.
That's right, guys. Got aboard with Rod over at Tony's Picks.com. He's got a Sunday slam dunk. A winner's there for you as well, and also his slam dunk $19 promotional. So get on board with Rod. Remember, all these one-day passes are profit guaranteed, meaning they must turn a profit. The amount of purchases credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Not so in the long-term passes because they're sold at reduced prices. Of course, remember, all the long-term passes include late Steam plays. Our cappers handicap throughout the day and night, looking for those winners for those long-term subscribers. Because when we put a play in, we can put in plays in. We get our plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. But if we can put plays in between 10 minutes, 2 hours before game time. Those are emailed exclusively to our long-term subscribers with the late Steam feature available at Tony'sPicks.com. And I think nowhere else because I don't see it anywhere on any other website. So get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. All right, we'll take a look here and see what Sean has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Sean come off another monster day yesterday. Sean, the unit leader over at Tony's Picks, 4,294 units of profit, all documented. All these records, you can verify this simply by going to Sean's Handicapper page over at Tony's Picks. You can verify all these numbers. All right, Sean, so what you got for sale today?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack up. And take a wild guess. College basketball. That's I mean, you'll pull up my little thing for college basketball. You see the breakdown of the games. I mean, it's all a lot of college basketball, folks. Yes, there is some NBA and hockey sprinkled in, and that'll maybe tick up a little bit as the season progresses. It's after the trade deadline and playoff pushes and stuff like that. I could get a little more into guys wanting to play a little harder, but why the heck am I going to move away from college basketball? You see the numbers. It's 61%. It's a great season, and just keep grinding along there. There we go. You see it's college basketball. That's all I got to say. Let's go. 3-pack is up. Go get it.
3-packs up from Sean. You can see the numbers here in college. You can see the volume here. It's in college hoops, guys. So get on board with Sean over at Tony.
Hey, Tony, to say because I'll put up a 3-pack, but if you buy a day pass, you're going to get a lot more games. I put a 3-pack up yesterday, but you know what? We went 7-2. So I put the games up. I try to find, I guess, my 3 favorites to put in the 3-pack. But obviously, I always say get like a weekly pass or a couple day pass or something like that because then you get everything. You get the late games I put in if I move late on 2 games, which I did yesterday, and they all won. All the games I put in later in the day was a clean sweep there and Steam or later action. So it's worth it. It's worth getting a pass.
Yeah, that 3-day pass, you get Sean's, not only his member plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but again, if he finds a play late with the late Steam feature, you can put plays in the system between 10 minutes, 2 hours game time. And those are emailed directly to long-term subscribers who using the email they use to sign up for the service. So that long-term pass is a great way to go. If you want to even go longer, you can even consider the 1-month pass because that takes you all the way to March 15th. And that's a lot of that covers pretty much the week of, actually that covers the entire conference tournament action.
Yeah.
You'll get all the conference tournament action there with Sean when you get that 1-month action. So 30 days of college hoops here, the stretch run in the regular season, including all of his conference tournament action, because that takes you to Selection Sunday, right? And then of course renew it. Then you renew it and get NCAA tournament action there. So there you go. Way to roll here.
Definitely get the subscription because with the tournaments, there's definitely going to be later action in it. I like to do stuff overnight. That's where I really crush it. But with tournaments, you have to because these lines don't come up until that morning, a couple hours beforehand when they play night games and afternoon games the next day. So not just for me, but anybody. That's just in general, just so people know. They might not even know that. Like, how come there's no lines? Well, they're not going to come up till 10 a.m. before a noon game when there's games the night before and noon action the next day.
That's right. Or if you want to get ahead in a number, like especially with the totals in conference action, we know a lot of people like those unders.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm telling you guys.
I mean, really, I mean, come on. It's
auto.
You see some of these scores. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you see Missouri Valley Conference, Big East. Some of these conferences get very defensive when we get in the conference tournament action. So good time to get on board with Sean with the long-term pass. You see the great results there. Green across the board. Heavy volume in college basketball. I could pretty much say you'll see the same hype of heavy volume there in baseball when they start in about 6 weeks.
I'll probably have like eight or nine underdogs opening day there for everybody. So enjoy.
There you go. So guys, get on board with Sean. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. We'll knock 15% off. Especially that's a big savings when you get into those long-term passes. So get on board with Sean over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look at what El Nino's has for sale right now over at Tony's Picks. We'll see El having a pretty good past 7 days over on the site. El, what you got for sale?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the game I was looking at most. My bet of the day is going against the line move. So if you're scared of those, you've been warned. But, if I like a pick, I don't mind the line going against me and getting the better number when I like it. So that play should be up soon. It looks like that stated line is actually steadying. So it's been at that number for a while now. So I might put it in soon. I have to put it in soon. But yeah, it'll be up there soon and might end up on a couple other plays as well. But again, if you're looking for more volume, you can always pair me up with Sean, Rod, Tony, anyone else you like on the side. There's a lot of cappers giving you a lot of volume in college basketball. I've been a little more selective there and just waiting for the pro sports to come back.
Yeah, Alnita's more of a pro guy with his NHL and NBA. We could also get on board with Al and match him up with your favorite capper. With the multi-capper promotion, keep an eye on those one-day passes, which are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchase will be credited to your account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. So get on board with Alnita's over at TonySpicks.com. I got a best bet on the board today from College Hoops. Also a 3-pack. Now my 3-pack, my best bet is bundled in the 3-pack. So don't buy them both. Either buy one or the other because my best bet's on both packages today, standalone and with my 3-pack from College Hoops. So get on board with me. Come off a 3-in-1 day. And of course, my best bet coming in again. Hit a couple of them back-to-back. Had Dartmouth on Friday, coming in here with Michigan State yesterday. I got a best bet for you today on the board, guys. So get on board over at TonySpicks.com with my plays today. All right, guys, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern with the 26 Morning Show. We're not just a live stream show, guys. We also have our YouTube channel where we give you on-demand content as well. And I'll just share with you what our YouTube channel looks like over there. So if you ever miss any of the shows or if you need help with the later games, you can always go back. You can always go to the YouTube channel. Tony's Picks is our channel name, which maybe if you saw us on a live stream, you don't know that. But yeah, Tony's Picks is our YouTube channel. This is what it looks like. We've got 2 live stream shows. You got mine at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. During the week, Ron has the happy hour show, so you can tune into the happy hour show there. You can see Ron and Ramon there. They can't make the mornings, but they show up there in the happy hour. And then, of course, some of our cappers also will show up with Rod there at the happy hour. So you guys can check our live streams out. So if you ever miss a show or you want help with the later games, just hit the live tab right here. That'll show it to you. That will take you right to our live stream tab. On-demand content. I said we're more than just a live stream. We have a lot of on-demand content here where we go a little deeper into games. You can see there. I've got content. Looks like a man, Kevin Thomas, coming in with a pick there. Al Nino's coming in with his underdog selection. So check out our on-demand section and for more free picks and a little bit more deeper dives. If you've got podcasts, we're also on podcasts. Just type Tony's Picks, your favorite podcast. We turn our videos into podcasts. So you can actually do that way if it's easier for you to check us out on the podcast. Our editing too, doing a great job over at Tony's Picks, getting the videos up, tagging them, getting them properly maintained, and also distributed through the podcast networks out there. So we're on many, many places out there, guys. So just check us out. Check out our YouTube channel and subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. All right. We'll let the cappers talk a little bit more of what they got going on. Of course, I know, Rod, we're back tomorrow there with the happy hour show. You're on mute there, Rod.
Back with the happy hour show on Monday. 5 p.m. Eastern, definitely tune into that. But before that, it's the morning show, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll be tuning into that. What's our Tuesday? I'll have a nice little 3-teamer for you. I've already been deep diving, looking at college basketball for Tuesday. So great games there. So we'll have another little 3-teamer parlay for you there. And then, as I said, hockey kicks off next Saturday. I believe it'll be one of those crazy 15-game slates. So we'll be back covering all the hockey videos for you here at the Tony's Picks YouTube. Going forward for the rest of the season. So let's get to it.
Absolutely. Great job there. And of course, Ninos, we see you're looking for dogs for us every day. 3 dogs on your video series over at Tony's Picks.
That's right. They've been barking and they've been biting. I mean, we came close yesterday. I think if you played it late, you might have actually swept again yesterday. But I got in on Kentucky early at the 2.5, and they just fell short for me there. But yeah, still 2-1 yesterday, so still a winning day on that video, and trying to keep it rolling today.
Yeah, of course, Sean, you come in, you pop in when you can on our morning show.
Yeah, you see me on the morning show most every day. During the week, I'm pretty much here every day. Weekends a little tougher, just because it's the weekend and I'm kind of a lot of running around. Do sometimes I don't even do my own show on the weekends. Like, all right, I got to go out, take somebody to the mall, and whatever. It's a family life, but I try to get in for the mornings. And again, for when baseball's here with kids in sports, I could probably jump into a drive time show there for later on in the afternoon. So I'll be around. That's what I do.
Yeah, you see there, of course, they're on the. Oh, it looks like we got some sort of flood alert. We got a weather alert.
Amber alert. Sorry, guys.
Amber alert. Alia's got the amber alert going. All right.
Yeah, a lot of those in Florida, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. That's going to do it here for this edition of the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Guys, we're back again tomorrow. Live.
We didn't do it. We're live. It wasn't us, so we're all right. We're good to go.
Okay,
you can find by somebody in the chat.
We gotta look for Ron. Maybe we're looking for Ron. That's what Toys and Corn Show.
Let me see which county it was.
We're back, and listening to how to gig yesterday. Remember, his voice is all hoarse. All right, that's gonna do it here for this edition of the Tony S'more Show. We're back tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Does anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yay.
All right, guys. Well, have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you tomorrow here on the Tony This Morning.